let's start with today's question number 665, non-decreasing array. So it states as, given an array nums with n integers, your task is to check if it could become non-decreasing by modifying at most one element. It means we have to construct the array such that we have to modify only one element and check if it is possible that by editing one element we can get a non-decreasing, that is an increasing array or not. So let's see the first example. First example is nums equals to 4, 2, 3. So here we can clearly see that by editing the first element 4, we can get, for example, if we'll change that first element with number smaller than or equals to the next element, let's say if we'll change the digit with 2, then we'll get the array as 2, 2, 3. So yeah, we can see that by changing a single digit, we are getting a non-decreasing array. So that's why we are returning true for this. Now let's see the second example, nums equals to 4, 2, 1. Here, if we change, we can see that 4 is greater than 2, which is not the desired condition. So we need to change the number at index 0, right? So after changing it to the number equals to or smaller than the next element, let's say we'll change it with 2, then we are going to get 2, 2, 1. But we can clearly see that 2 is greater than 1, which is not the required condition of non-decreasing array. So we have seen that by changing a single digit, we cannot get a non-decreasing array in this case. So we have to return false here. Now looking forward for the next set of examples so that we can look upon the approach for this question is, let's check these two set of examples. Now what we have to focus here is we have to iterate over array and check if nums I is greater than nums I plus 1. If this condition is true, then we have to check, then we have got two conditions. Either I minus 1 is smaller than I plus 1, where I is the index with number 4, or either here I is 4 and I minus 1th index and I plus 1th index. So we can clearly see here in the second example that the number at index I minus 1 is greater than the number at index I plus 1. So in the first condition, what we have to do is to change the number at index I with the number at index I minus 1. And in the second case, what we have to do is to change the number at index I plus 1 with the number at index I. So let's jump onto the solution. Now what we have to do is to initialize a variable count so that we can track the number of times we have changed the number to get a non-decreasing array. And if the value of count is greater than 1, then we are going to return false, and else we are going to return true. And now iterating over the array nums dot length minus 1 I plus plus if nums is greater than nums I plus 1. This is the condition which we have to change the number so that we can get a non-decreasing array, and check if I is greater than 0. Now, as we have checked the two conditions, if nums I plus 1 is smaller than nums I plus I minus 1, then we have to change the number at position I plus 1 with number at position I. Else, nums at position I minus 1 at I equals to nums at position I minus 1. And then incrementing the value of count. Now we have to return a value such that count is smaller than equals to 1. Now checking the condition. So yeah, our test case has been approved. Now we are going to submit our code so that we can check if it is correct or not. So yeah, we can see that it's accepted. Thank you.